Hi, Jenny here. It is the end of the year, and what a year it has been. Quite the roller coaster ride, but at least there were many more ups than downs. I started off the year laying on the couch and not being able to move much, and I've ended the year with being able to walk all over as long as I want to. Although granted, I still have some shoulder pain that's kind of come back to my left shoulder, and it's still a little bit of butt chafing. But all in all, things are really good. So in January, the first videos I guess I put out were basically December footage from when I was in the hospital and the first few weeks home, because I wasn't able to sit yet. I wasn't allowed until the end of January. I was finally given the okay to be able to sit for short periods of time. So I did editing of my videos while kneeling in front of my computer. So usually kneeling on one knee, and I would go for half an hour, maybe an hour if I could handle that long. I don't even think I did that long yet. I would do little bits and then kind of, go lay down and rest for a bit, and then I would get up and I would edit a little bit more and keep going, do what I could. I had abdomen sensitivity, so I was doing massaging and stuff on the abdomen and trying to get that to feel better. And I still had the butt pain and was changing out dressings, still taking Tylenol every day. In fact, I think I was still also getting the blood thinner shots. So because of that, I also was dealing with a bleeding stoma and having it be very mucousy and taking care of that. So yeah, that's how the year started. Having all that stuff going on. Kind of interesting of thinking, about that stuff. Don't think about some of that, obviously every day. The years just kind of fly by. You just go day by day, and I'm living every day, trying to heal and all that. But then there are other milestone markers that just kind of come and hit that, you think about. I had my oncologist appointment, and he went over the paperwork and officially declared me in remission. So, yay! I was, obviously excited about that. So they changed my medical paperwork to say history of rectal cancer. So as I obviously wasn't actively dealing with that. So that was great news. And then at the end of January, I ended up in the ER with a blockage. So learned what that was all about. Again, yeah, another year of learning. So yeah, had really bad stomach pains. I was passing a little bit, had a little bit of output, I had some gas, but not really anything. Stomach ache got to the point of being so bad I was throwing up. And again, being the very first blockage I've had, it was like, okay, from what we read, online and stuff, like Wayne was looking up stuff because obviously he was really worried about me, and everything said, go to the hospital. So we did. It was Friday night, like 10 o'clock at night or something. Ended up taking a little puke bucket with me, went to the ER. They nicely saw me right away and kept me in the ER for a while because there were no hospital rooms available until later that day. Probably mid-morning, late morning maybe, because my surgeon actually did see me Monday morning and decided to run some tests and all that kind of thing. Had a couple CT tests. Found out there was like a little bit of a stricture in, I think, my small intestines. I'm pretty sure the large intestines were good, but in the small intestines there was a little bit of a stricture, and so they're thinking that was basically due to scar tissue because of the chemotherapy, radiation, and the surgery and stuff, that kind of formed. So as I stayed there, had that NG tube down my nose and all that, but it did its job. The blockage cleared and the area enlarged a little bit, enough to the point of they could take the NG tube out, I could eat again, and I was fine. So since then I've had several blockages during the year. I know what they feel like these days, and I've taken care of them myself here at home. So just a matter of knowing that in time it'll pass. Sometimes I still end up throwing up. Not often though. Once or twice I think that's happened. I've had enough blockages that. So besides drinking the Sprite, having somebody else had recommended the magnesium caltrate, magnesium citrate. I think it's magnesium citrate drinks. And I've taken that, drank some of that, and that's helped pass everything through. Like I said, usually what else? I've drank a Sprite. As soon as I get some stomach twinges that I kind of think, oh, this may form into a blockage, same, get some Sprite in me. Or now, seeing as at the end of the year here, I've had the colonoscopy, I did just have another blockage kind of right after that. Was last week. But again, I was thinking, woo, it's been, weeks that I haven't had one. And then that night I'm like, or is it the next morning? Because usually I have them at nighttime. No, it was at nighttime. Because I was thinking, all right, I drank some magnesium citrate and I'm waiting for that after an hour. That didn't do anything. And I thought, well, just had the colonoscopy. I know how the Dulcolax and all that works. And I still have some what was in the Miralax. I'm like, not milk and magnesia. I still had some Miralax left too. I'm like, okay, I know how long this works and how it cleans me out, so let's just take a little bit of that. And I took a Dulcolax, and thinking, but again, nighttime, I'm like, okay, do I go to bed? I know it's gonna take about 2 hours to work, and then it should clean me out, and it did clean me out. And then I went to bed the next morning. I still also had a little bit of a bag full. But in any case, yeah, that's been part of the journey this year, learning about those. But again, at least I know what I need to do, so I haven't had to be hospitalized for them again. So there was that. By April, I was finally feeling a little bit more by myself. I know at that point I was getting frustrated of that I wasn't completely better. I'm like, all right, enough already. Granted, I was already thinking that in January. It was end of December, January. I know I had an appointment with the doctors, and I'm like, I'm not expecting to be better, but I should be like, walking blocks and doing. And they laugh at me, and they're like, Jenny, it's gonna take a year to heal, so it's okay. Patience, relax. You've had a really big surgery. You bet. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I guess I'm just used to being able to go. So yeah, it's been a year of taking it day by day and, appreciating the moments. I know I do that more often now, of just being able to appreciate what's going on, what I'm doing, appreciate others, and things like that. So that was also just kind of interesting. But like I said, by April, I think finally I was able to run some small errands, and I don't know if I was going out to eat yet with my girlfriends. I think by June-ish, July, I was finally able to go out to eat and not have to worry about what am I eating, what can I eat, all that kind of stuff. Being able to drive myself, all that was good. I had physical therapy. I had pelvic floor therapy, and that kind of helped the abdomen with its sensitivity. Do some abdominal massage. Learned about that. Was given the okay to be able to exercise again. So that's been nice, because I don't think I really exercised at all the year before. I wasn't too much. Well, I was taking my Advil, so I wasn't in pain, but I was pretty much existing. This year I was back into, I could do my exercises again, and then I got the frozen shoulders. I fixed both shoulders. It started with the right one because of having laid on the couch for 6 weeks and doing a lot of arm movement. Also because of chemotherapy. I've been told that also affects the joints, and so that was probably why I ended up with that. So had the cortisone shots and more physical therapy. And that worked really well. And then I don't know if it's because I tweaked my shoulder when my ring light fell the one day and I tried catching it. And I kind of tweaked it then. And then kind of since then it's been a little off. Or if it would have come back anyways. I know a lot of people, I'm in a frozen shoulder group on Facebook. And a lot of people talk about that. It either comes back, it doesn't go away. They've tried different things like acupuncture, like physical therapy, like, cortisone shots. There's some type of surgery you can do, or the surgery includes manual manipulation. Don't know what that's all about, but people have tried different things. And sometimes it works for them, sometimes it doesn't. So, same with the shoulder coming back. It's kind of like, all right, once again, trying to do more exercises, although I haven't really done shoulder exercises, so I have to try to get back into doing more for the shoulder, as opposed to I'm just concentrating on the whole body. And just trying to keep myself moving and going, trying to stay healthy. So yep, with the shoulder and going through all that. So also being able to do family activities, that's been nice. We went to the Port Washington days, and I was able to walk all around there, walk up a hill, walk down a bunch of stairs. Again, as long as we've been slow walking, that's been wonderful. So that was the first time, an outing where I had some stamina. The stamina had returned, and I was able to do all of that. So that was very nice to not have to worry about, that Wayne was still more worried about me, always conscious of me, but getting less so. Finally, no, I even doing stuff around the house. He'd always be checking up on me, maybe doing dishes or something, and he'd check up, you okay? Could you, do you need any help? Do you need anything? Or I'd be making a meal or making something. And it took him a little while to be at that point again of saying, oh, okay, you're kind of back to normal now. This is good. This is okay. I don't have to worry about you so much anymore. You can do what you need to do. And so that's been nice. Also have had all those 1 year milestone markers. So I've had the 1 year of being diagnosed, 1 year of finishing chemotherapy, 1 year of finishing radiation, and then the 1 year marker of having surgery and being in remission. So those markers have kind of like made me stop in my tracks a little bit and think. And it's kind of like, wow, all right, it's been a year since this has all been going on. It's been a year since I felt like this. It's been a year since, I've been feeling better. It's been a year. So some of those things will go away. The 1 year marker is usually kind of like the bigger one of, okay, it's 1 year. And after that, it's things that I'm not gonna think about so much. I am not gonna be really thinking about chemotherapy. There are things now that I'll see in the Facebook groups, questions that people ask of, oh, I'm going to be starting this, and what were your guys' side effects, or what can I expect? People have been talking about like with their white blood cell count being down, and so they've had to miss chemotherapy. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember I had a white blood cell shot, but what was that called? I'd forgotten about even having had that shot. You remember the basics, I had chemotherapy. But again, what chemotherapy did I have? What were the medicines I had? And what were my anti-nausea meds? And the protocol for that. So different things like that. Some of them kind of stick with me. Some of them I've kind of forgotten. I've kind of through questions that I see or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, what did I do? What did I have? So I think obviously the main ones of the being diagnosed and then the surgery. I think more so is the surgery. That's going to be the big one in my mind. That was a big thing. So those I think will kind of stick with me more so. But as far as the other ones, it's kind of like, well, okay, yeah, I went through those. And again, like I said, pause and think about that for a little bit and go, oh, okay, yeah, I've made it through. It's been quite the journey. The summer was spent taking care of my garden and having all the squirrel shenanigans going on. So that was okay. That was nice. If anything, it got me out in the garden every day. Again, putting your hands in the dirt and all that is also supposed to be good for the body, good for the soul. Doing gardening, even though I only have a very small plot. I only had a few plants, but that was enough that I was getting out there every day. I had something to occupy my time, look forward to, per se, of making sure every morning looking outside, okay, what happened, and anything happened this morning before I got up, right? I'm like, how does the garden look? And then after we taken a walk, twice a day, I would go out there again at nighttime because the squirrel had been out there often, a couple times a day. I'm sure he was doing his thing, and so I would go out there and then I would straighten everything up so that I would know. Also to keep my plants healthy and going, because like I said, the one pepper plant kept being dug up. So that was very interesting at the end of the year when I dug up my plants to see how the one of them had a really big ball of roots, the one that had stayed and was good, and the one that kept being dug up was tiny, but still produced a couple of peppers. So that was the summer fun. That was cute. And then at the end of the year, we rewarded him with a cob of corn. Probably him and the other. Like I said, there were 2 or 3 at the other. So while I was sitting there, then actually watching and filming and seeing to see, okay, put the corn cob out there. It's like, when will the squirrel come? What will they do? And then there was one eating it, and another one came up, and one kind of chased him off. So there were probably a few that were in the garden. And just funny because, again, I haven't had that happen before. I've had the garden for years. I'm trying to think. I've pretty much planted something, I think, every year. There was one year I didn't. Maybe in the year, maybe in 2023 when I wasn't feeling the best. But yeah, to have the squirrel do its thing, that was just cute and funny, and like I said, kept me occupied. So that was good. I also had 2 CT scans and 1 MRI scan this year, all of which confirmed I have remained in remission. So again, woo. What else? Fall came, we did the pumpkin farm. So again, it was something that I was able to walk around. I didn't carry any pumpkins. I'm still at that point. I can carry stuff now. I'm able to lift things, which is good. But even still, having something against the stomach, like if I have a laundry basket, if I have something, I still have a little bit of pain. More tactile, more to the touch. Except for still sleeping. Sleeping even still once in a while. It's better. It's better than when I talked about it last time, as far as when I, wake up in the middle of the night and roll over and then I get some abdominal pain. Again, it just feels sensitive. It just is like a layer of like pain, and then it goes away in a couple minutes. So again, still healing. Just interesting to know that, yeah, again, still, it's been over a year and I'm still got that going on, still healing. And what else? We went to the lighthouse, and I was able to climb up all those stairs and go to the top. Physically, I was able to climb up the stairs. Mentally, I was able to walk around the top, made my little lap around, even though it was really windy, and with my fear of heights, it was still very beautiful. I could still appreciate that. That was very, very good. It's a fun thing to do. And then with Wayne and I went to Holy Hill, so appreciated the fall colors, got to see all those, and again, climbed to the top of the spire, of which there were areas that were fine, halfway up or 3/4 of the way up was fine, and then those last little bit where it was more open, and with the stairs being so narrow and stuff, and it was 2-way traffic, and it was like, oh, that was a little challenging. But again, I did it. And again, being consciously grateful of knowing I could walk, for we had to park in the parking lot. And we got out of the car, and I looked, I'm like, oh, church is way over there, that where we're going. And I'm like, but I can do it. I can walk that far. So again, I guess it's those things of you take that for granted, because you haven't had, if you haven't had a medical situation, and you're able to walk all the time and do whatever, growing up, you're running around, you're walking, you're doing things and all that, and then you kind of get set back a little bit, and you have a surgery or something, and it's like, oh, take some time to get back to where you were. And again, whether this feeling will go away, I don't know, but for right now, I am very consciously grateful of that I'm able to walk and do these things. I'm able to do the everyday activities of going grocery shopping and being able to walk around the store and then think, oh, we forgot an item, and I can run back and get it. Whereas in the beginning, when I was first going out with Wayne to get out of the house, and that still probably wasn't even until February, March, I would go with him, and I would, I was just kind of slowly walking. And if he forgot an item, I'm like, I'm staying here. He would go and get it. And we'd get to, to the end and checking out, and he's like, do you need to go sit down? Do you need, because I was in pain. And I'd be like, no, I can make it, I could do it, whereas now it's like, oh, I forgot this item, and I'm like, I got it. And I'll go back and I'll go get that item. And in doing that, it's just like, look at me go. I could, I'm able to do this again. So again, very, very grateful that I'm back to this point in my life. I can walk to my mom's whenever I want to or need to go over there, and that I'm walking my laps in the neighborhood, every day. I'm able to exercise again every morning when I want to. I'm trying every day, but I can exercise. I can do different routines. put up different YouTube videos, and I've been exercising again for an hour a day, doing different movements, doing stuff. So right now it's pretty much the shoulders sometimes keeping me down, but otherwise, you know, but I'm able to exercise. I'm able to go out to eat with my friends and not think about, you know, where we're eating, what I'm eating. Can I sit there for so long? Do I need a bathroom nearby or whatever? But mainly just driving. I could like drive myself. In the beginning, when I was first going to PT, driving was a little bit difficult. It was the abdomen. You don't realize that your abdomen really is part of everyday life. Anything you do. Turning, sitting in the, you know, just turning to do something is abdomen. Standing up, you know, is abdomen. And laying in bed, right, rolling over, is abdomen. When you're in the car and you're driving and it's like steering, is abdomen. It's like, wow, okay, again, you know, unless you have something in the area that's hurting. Granted, the shoulders too. The shoulders were hurting when I was driving, but but more so the abdomen of how much I realized with that. So again, just to keep going, to be able to do, like I said, regular everyday life, doing the activities, being able to do things with the family again, where, you know, the girls will come up with them doing, you know, the light show, lightscape. It's like, you know, this is something we could do if you're up for it or whatever. And at this point, I don't have to really think about it. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. Let's go. Let's do it. What else? I had my class reunion this year, so a 40th class reunion. That was wonderful. That was good to go to. Again, I was happy I was able to drive myself. Even thinking, I'm like, oh, it's going to be running later at night. Do I need Wayne to like drive me, come pick me up, whatever? But I thought, you know what? Streets are well lit at nighttime these days, and the expressway is well lit, so I don't have to really worry about that. And it was fine. That driving was fine. Happy to go. We had the tour of the high school. Again, I could walk, do all that, walk all over, and went out to eat with friends, and then to go to the reunion. And like everybody was so happy to see me, because again, most of them are on Facebook on it, so they knew my journey, they knew what I was going through. And to have lots of prayers and support for them, and to be able to see them in person, and for them to see me and see me healthy. And they were so grateful. They were so happy to just gave me big hugs and all that. So that was very nice for me too, to be there and know. And then also seeing our little memorial table of all our classmates that have passed. And it's like, yeah, there were a lot of people that are already gone. And so for me to have almost been one of those, but I've made it through, and that I'm healthy again, again, something to make you think and be grateful for. I walked the woods with Randy, something else I've been wanting to do, and very nice that she was able to do that too, and kind of, you know, asked me if I was up for that, and that was wonderful to get out in nature and walk the paths. It was a very hot day, and so I got to the point of almost heat exhaustion, and I know that it happened, maybe it was at Port Washington days. I got to that point of feeling a little lightheaded, a little woozy, and it was like, ooh, okay. That was kind of new for me, a new something to pay attention to. So again, listening to my body, paying attention to my body, and knowing that, okay, I need to slow down. I need to make sure I drink more water. I need to get in the shade. So again, something newish, but because I'm paying attention, I am catching these things. So again, it doesn't get too far. I don't, you know, pass out or anything. That I'm okay with that. Other than that, the other activities we've done, I haven't noticed anything. So that's all been fine. And then in fall, another one of those activities that we went to Devil's Lake for Wayne's annual work party, picnic. And I know during that, as we were driving there, you know, my eyes welled up, had a few tears drop, but I'm like, I'm wearing makeup, nope, can't cry, no crying, not till afterwards. But that was another one of those moments where the realization hit me of that, hey, look, we're going for this long car ride. For one, I'm being able to take a 2-hour long car ride, and we're going somewhere other than the hospital, other than a doctor's appointment. We're doing something fun. So that was, you know, very nice too, of thinking that, you know, yeah, we're doing, you know, able to do something together again, and that I wasn't able to do it the year before. And it's kind of, and I also knew that all those people also knew what was going on. with me, with Wayne and me, because him being the support person, he was also going through stuff, and he had a lot of support at work when they would have their like weekly calls, and or when anybody would be like calling him to talk to him, the managers or the owner of the company and the sales guys, even other people, when they would call him, pretty much the first question was, how are you doing and how is Jenny? And it was kind of like, oh, okay. And so then he'd come home and tell me, oh, I got a call from so-and-so today, and they asked how you were doing. And it was like, okay, it was very nice. And to know they were also praying for me and all that. So it was also then good for me to be able to go to the picnic, just like with my class reunion. I was able to go to the picnic and show them all too. It was like, yeah, I'm here, hi, again, to thank them for their prayers and for them to see that I'm doing well. So again, the support helps, support matters. So that was all good. And then lastly, in December, I, again, having been through now a full year and taking a look back and thinking, again, wow, what a year it's been. But again, mostly the milestone. I hit that milestone of December 7th, and that was surgery day. And to know what happened on surgery day, knowing this was the day that the cancer was removed, and all right, as per usual, I've been talking for like 25 minutes. The camera shut off. So I'll figure out, where was I? Talking about December. Like I said, December 7th, again, major milestone, knowing that was surgery day and what'll happen that day. To think about, the days after that, I was in the hospital for a week. But what happened those other days, I have a general idea, but I don't know specifically, like, oh, this day this happened, and this day this happened, and this day. I know I had the morphine drip, I believe it was, like for that 24 hours, and then I felt okay and got off of it. And I thought it was maybe one more day or so, but I was able to start eating food. I had a couple bites of food, and then that night I had a severe stomach ache. And so they kind of put me back on, I asked for some pain medicine, and so they did. Thank God they gave me another pain medicine, because I know, again, with the medical industry, they're very worried about people getting hooked on the opioids. And thank goodness I wasn't one of those people. I could do my 24 hours on the morphine or whatever, and then I was good to be off of it, which I was happy about. And then I was able to take whatever other medicine, and that helped me get through it. Same was during the whole year of before surgery, while I was going through all that pain, and being able to get through it all with just Advil. I know I had a couple nurses and staff members and all that too going like, wow, you're just taking Advil, not something stronger, because I know a lot of people take morphine, and that's what they need to help them along. I know I have the tramadol, and there were a couple days that I needed that, where the pain was severe, that the Advil wasn't helping, and I was able to take that. Again, grateful that I didn't need any more. Grateful that that medicine is available for people that do need it. So that's, that was nice. But to have that milestone marker of that day, and then being able to, we put our Christmas tree up this year. And so just thinking about it last year, we didn't have the tree up because I was laid up on the couch. And again, being in the moment, just concentrating on knowing I had to heal, knowing that whether I was in pain and I was sleeping a lot, or still, thank goodness, I had a nice little laptop so I could watch YouTube videos. Doing a lot of reading, watching some stuff on TV. I was watching Christmas movies. So I thought about that at one point, because we did watch, something came up in my Facebook feed about the Sock Monkey Museum, and there was a Hallmark-esque movie. It wasn't from Hallmark, it was a different type of movie, but that genre, that era, type of movie. And it was made, I believe it was filmed in Long Grove, Illinois, or actually a portion of it was, and they did visit the Sock Monkey Museum. They did go in there, and there were portions where there was the sock monkey in different shots. So that was cute. We watched that, and watching that movie brought me back to, oh yeah, like last year, that was my thing. That either most nights around 7-ish, I was kind of done with the computer or reading and whatever, and I just wanted to have mindless TV on. And so I would see what movie was on. So whether they be Christmas Eve movies or even regular movies that I hadn't had a chance to watch, things like that. So there were moments of taking me back to that, and it was like I kind of had a day of sadness for myself of kind of what I went through, what I kind of didn't have. Although last year I wasn't sad at that point. I don't remember crying Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, when I wasn't able to go to the in-laws and stuff. Maybe I did. I'm sure around that point in time I cried over something. Like, oh, as my husband jokes, right? Is it a day ending in Y? Are you crying? Because that's the way it goes. It's just I'm full of emotions, but I let them out. Feel my feelings, which again, something that's supposed to be a good thing to do. So in any case, I did my little bit of grieving, and again, I'm good at, that way too. I have my days like that. I may have a day or two or something, or there'll be days where I don't know why something hits me, a song hits me, lyrics hit me, something, a thought, and I'll just start crying, and I let my husband know, like, right away. It's like if I'll be doing dishes, he comes out, I'm like, don't mind me, don't mind the tears, don't know what's going on, I'm just, having a moment and all that. So he knows that too, and he's good about that. He's just like, okay, because just let me know if I can help in any way. So that's always good. I know that would be his way of dealing with the uncomfortableness or whatever it is, to try to make me laugh. To go there. So I'd be laying on the couch and I'd be feeling whatever, even going through the chemotherapy, and I'd be having symptoms, and he'd just be staring at me, or he would do it, and that would just make me laugh. Or he'd come up with something, say something or whatnot, and it was good. It would make me laugh. So again, right, laughter is good medicine. So that brings us to the end of the year, and here we are. And I'm still able to make videos, which is the other thing. I've been able to make food again, which is wonderful. I've been making my food videos. I believe I think I went back and I went through and counted up all my videos and stuff I've made. I think I made 43 food videos, which in reality is pretty good. If you think there's 52 weeks in a year, that's almost one a week, which is pretty good. As I talked about, I'm able to stand in the kitchen and cook. I'm able to make meals for both my mom and me at this point in time. So that's awesome. And then doing the other videos. I'm able to make these videos, make my vlog videos, make my health update videos. So in total, including this video, I made 143 videos this year. And I'm thinking, I'm a little behind. I don't feel like I've made, very many. I think, I could have done more. I don't know. And then again, I look at my spreadsheet that I have, and I looked at how many videos I made last year, and I only made 90. Let me check my notes. Oh, I didn't bring those notes. Hold on. I grabbed my little note sheet that I counted on. I took a piece of paper and I wrote down like all the videos I made, and I think I filled like 2.5 sheets or whatever. But like I said, I had 141 videos. I made another one that will be posted today, and then this one as my year-end update. So 143 videos this year, thinking I hadn't made so many, and then last year I only made 90. And I know I was thinking, okay, well my goal was to try to make 3 videos a week, which I guess I kind of maybe did this year. I don't know if I made 3 videos a week, how many that would be for the year, but and the year before I only made 88. So I guess I've done really well. Who knew? Yeah, so I had kind of 79 kind of health update type videos. I did 42 food videos, 2 manicures, and 18 vlogish videos. So ones that sometimes I talk about my health, but it's more like, going to the Port Washington days, going to the lighthouse, doing more stuff that it's kind of just like, it's not really talking about specifically a doctor's appointment and things like that. So, but in that respect, it's kind of like, well, what's next year going to look like? Can I keep up this pace? Can I keep doing this? Who knows? We'll see. Taking it day by day. I'm not putting out any goals. I'm not setting any expectations for myself. I figure that this has been pretty good. We just keep going. On that note, I appreciate you guys being with me through this journey. I appreciate all of your comments and all of your prayers. I do read all of the comments. I respond back. And I even think about all you guys on regular days. So whether you've commented that, you know, if you're not feeling well or you've got a test coming up, or, you know, you're getting together with your grandkids, you're baking cookies, you're any of that stuff, I think about you guys. I know somebody had mentioned that they weren't able to get together with their family for Christmas because the family was sick, and so they were going to celebrate on Saturday. And really on Saturday, a couple of times during that day, it was like, oh, I hope that everybody was healthy and they were all able to get together. And she did actually write me a comment after one of those videos saying that, yep, they got together, they had a wonderful time and all that. So again, it was very nice to hear. So again, I feel like I'm part of your lives too in doing all those updates and that. So I appreciate that. I look forward to seeing you next year. I send you my love. I pray that you are healthy, and I hope that we can all create many beautiful memories in 2025. You guys, keep it positive and go make it a great day. Bye-bye.